anyways, so yeah, we are going to be working on something a little bit different. If you're, a strong follower of us, and you've been kind of, watching our videos for a pretty long time, you actually noticed this car from way back. And if you look too, it's kind of cool. You still got the first stickers that we made, and that's, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a kind of a cool little hint on that car. And then he's got another Valley Crew sticker on the other side. But besides the point, today we are going to be installing this beautiful piece of metal by Armatrix. Basically, it's the best you can buy when it comes to downpipes or any exhaust kits for not specifically this car, but it's very high quality. As you see, the welds are super beautiful. I mean, like everything's, it looks to be handmade. I'm sure it is, and it's just it's a beautiful piece of art. But anyways, on to how to do it. It's not really that difficult. There's one plug, and the rest are nuts and bolts. So you just got to take off and then fighting the downpipe to get it out of the car without damaging the O2 sensor. So when it comes down to it, it's really not more than just lifting the car, taking off some nuts and bolts, unplugging one sensor, taking that sensor out and putting it in here. And then after you get all that taken care of, you get the car tuned, which fortunately enough, Daniel actually has a JB4, so it won't be too hard for us. But, which you guys should stay tuned for as well, we're going to be comparing the JB4 to the Cobb access port. So if you're interested in seeing the benefits of a JB4 compared to an access port and the different tuning methods you can use with those two platforms, definitely stay, keep up with our videos with Daniel's car, and as we dive deeper into it. And he did get a upgraded front mount intercooler too, so, and an APR carbon fiber intake. So a lot of stuff coming actually. We can't install the intake today just because we are missing a breather filter for the air induction system, but we were able to install the downpipe, and the front mount is just going to be a whole different project in and of itself, so we're not going to do it today. For right now, we're just going to kind of compare this to what the car is right now. So we'll get an exhaust clip of what the car sounds like now, and then after we get this in, we'll show you guys what it sounds like. All right, so pretty much the first steps into doing this installation is removing this top plug right here for your O2 sensor. It's a secondary O2 sensor, and it's that gray wire, not the black wire that the JB4 is tapped into, but the gray wire that goes all the way down to the secondary O2 sensor, and that's it right there. So we're gonna unplug it from up top, and then there's a clamp right here, right there. There's a hex head on the other end. Don't know what size it is yet, but there's a hex head over there. You're gonna go ahead and loosen that, unplug this, and then pretty much most of the work will be done underneath the car. So once we get all this disconnected, we'll get underneath the car. The car is jacked up at this point, so we're gonna move along here, and we'll catch up with you guys after we get all this disconnected. All right, so I was mistaken. The V-band clamp is actually a Torx, and it's I had a T40 Torx bit, and I used it to just loosen the V-band clamp. And then I completely removed this bolt to help expand the clamp itself around the connection where the exhaust, actually the downpipe, the factory downpipe mounts to the exhaust housing of the turbo. So yeah, just get this off and just kind of put it to the side. You're not really gonna need it right now until you get like the downpipe off the turbo. Then just make sure you know where it is, so you put it back on in its right place. So there's that. The O2 sensor is disconnected, and I took it out from the little clips, and we're just gonna go under and get into the rest of it. All right, so as you see here, we have moved on quite a bit since the last time I was recording, but the downpipe is pretty much out. I'm just trying to fight with it. This is probably going to be the most difficult part for you, besides what I'm going to go into when we have the downpipe out. And yeah, so I'm just going to pull this out and then kind of go into detail outside of the car, what you have to disconnect from the downpipe and like the bracket that you have to deal with. So I'm gonna work on getting this out, and then I'll have it out of the car and show you guys what you need to disconnect. And then as for taking it out, you kind of just have to play with it and twist it and get it to work without damaging the O2 sensor wire. If you have the opportunity to take that O2 sensor out while it's up in there, it's a really confined space. So I doubt you're going to be able to get enough leverage on it. But if you can, that'd be ideal. But for us, we had to, just be real careful with it. And pretty sure most of you guys will have to do this as well. So I'm going to get this out, and then I'm going to go into detail about how to remove it from the bracket. So, as you can see, there's a major difference between the two pieces. Obviously, this one has this obnoxious, just annoyance when it comes to removal, and then with this one, it'll be a lot easier to maneuver and actually secure everything that we need to, because we're not going to have this annoying large cat in the way blocking everything. So the most difficult part for me in taking this out was, I don't know if you can see it, I'll just come over here, but it was these two mounting points right here. So this is where, this is where you're going to be mounting the downpipe to the bracket, the downpipe bracket that's attached to the block, and we can show you that right now in a clip. This is the hard part of the whole, pretty much the whole install, and just taking the stock one out, just because the cat is so large that it gets in the way of these access holes. So with the aftermarket one right here, you can see the holes are a lot more accessible. You have a lot more space to take care of business. So this is going to be a lot easier to get in, period, and to secure to the bracket. Now we're just going to get this, swap it over to that, and repeat the removal by installing the new one. So yeah. So I have everything here that you're going to need to take off, really. So this is the brace that goes underneath the car that basically sits right under the cat back. And what's really cool about this whole thing is all of these nuts and bolts, they're all 13s. So you only really need to have one size besides it's an actual Allen. I was looking for a hex head, a Torx bit, but it's an Allen, and the clamp is right here. This is the clamp that connects it to the turbo, the V-band clamp. So we're going to take this off of the stock downpipe. Just take the bolt out and the clamp. Just put it on the new one. That easy. So that's that. We have the new O2 sensor secured in the new downpipe. So this is here. And as for things that you need to disconnect still, the mount. And these are 13s as well. This is going to be the exhaust hanger. And it's just going to go right here. These 2 points, you just direct transfer those. And then as for the connection at the end here that connects to the cat back, the exhaust comes with this adapter pipe. And basically what it does is, if you have a 3-inch cat back paired with the 3-inch downpipe, you don't have to use this, because the fitting right here, the clamp fitting, it's made to support both 3-inch and the 2.5-inch. So this adapts to a 2.5-inch exhaust. So you just insert it, and then right there, and then you mount the factory, which we have the factory cat back on here. We just slide it into this and then clamp it down using this clamp, and then this clamp clamps this adapter to the downpipe, and yeah, that'll be it. So I'm going to work on getting all that remounted. And I hope this was enough information. I'll kind of go into it briefly after we get everything installed, but yeah, I'm just going to start putting it back in, and then we'll see if we can get some nice sound out of this thing. So now that we have everything mounted that we need to, I went ahead and clamped the adapter to the downpipe. So now when we put it in, we'll just secure it to the factory catback right here, which is the proper diameter for the factory catback. And you know, continue with the install. Hopefully the this one in particular, which one was it? We're facing this side. Yeah, this hole in particular was the hardest one for the bracket in the engine bay. But like I said, considering we don't have the cat in the way, it'll free up a lot of space, so we'll actually be able to work with it. So I'm gonna slide this underneath the car and then we will put it in. All right, just a little heads up while you have the downpipe off. Oh, and side note, this is gonna be our gasket that's gonna be doing the sealing. So typically, you know, with the V-bands, they use like a metal gasket, but this is gonna be our sealant here. But anyways, as I was saying, while you're here, you might as well just check the shaft play of the turbo. Just, you know, see the health of the turbo, make sure everything spins freely, everything's good, and doesn't make any weird noises. Just figured I'd mention the fact that that's a good idea. It's a good thing to do, just in case, you know, your car's a little old and it's just getting of age. It's good to do health checks with simple things like turbos because they do go bad eventually. So, yeah. I'm gonna start putting the downpipe on. Alright, so as you see, we are getting the V-band clamp back on. The new downpipe is in. We left the bracket bolts, or the nuts, loose. That way we have some maneuverability and not everything's super tight when we're trying to line it up with the turbo. But once you get it all in, line it up with the turbo, you can throw the clamp, you can toss the clamp back to where the turbo and the downpipe meet, and then just start clamping it down. All right, so I don't know if you can see it, but they're pretty much in clear view. Those are the two passenger side bracket nuts. So basically, what makes it really easy is an extension with a wobble, I guess, adapter on it, and they're 13s, and you just kind of get them on there. So we got everything connected again. I did tighten those two bracket bolts or nuts that were down there that secure the downpipe to the block. O2 sensors plugged back in. It's in its nice home, all in the clips and everything along the firewall. O2 sensors in the downpipe. Downpipe's connected to the turbo. Everything's tight. So now we are good to drop her back on the ground and then start it up, see if everything runs good, and hear what she sounds like now. Woo! There we go.
Hey guys, Daniel here. This is my GTI that we've been following with the new Army Tricks Catless downpipe. I hope you guys have been enjoying the video. A little bit about the downpipe after I've been driving it a few hours now. There's a noticeable difference with the JV4 on map 1. I haven't even done map 2 yet. That's going to be absolutely insane once I start doing some E30 mix. And we have a intake coming and a IE intercooler as well. But just on the map 1 alone in first through second gear, there's a massive difference between stock and just putting in this downpipe. The really nice thing between this downpipe that I got right now, it's actually on sale, $500, Catless, and it completely transforms the sound of your car. I know a lot of you guys really like the DSG farts. To enhance that a bit, but not really spend that $2,000 for a full system. And this downpipe really, I mean, because that's something that I always looked at when I was looking at videos, and this downpipe alone has just made all that like come true. It's been absolutely incredible. People are telling me to rev it, and the cool thing is I look completely stock, which
I mean, look,
it's hilarious. I mean, I look completely stock, but it sounds so good, and just in the map 1 on a JB4, it performs, you know, just what you would expect from a JB4 after all the reviews that you get. It's really impressive just how much you get out of the car by putting such little things on it. And I can't wait to put map 2 on it and map 6 where it's the custom map, and then getting into the access port that I have coming as well, and we're going to do a full pro tune on it. We'll see what we can get this bad boy up to safely, because it is still my daily. Still a broke college kid. But it's been absolutely incredible, and I look forward to you guys joining us on this little build that we have going. It should be pretty fun summer build going on.
All right, so like Daniel said, we hope you guys enjoyed, you know, just following us with just the simple little, I mean, it's kind of involved just because of the little bracket thing that we were fumbling around with, but once you get past that, it's worth all the hassle, worth all the tight fitment, and, you know, making it work into the exhaust tunnel. But, you know, there's 2 more pretty big, or actually 3, considering the access port, intake, and the intercooler. 3 more mods that we're going to be doing to this car pretty shortly. So you guys have some pretty cool content coming, just to see, you know, the transformation of this, I guess you could say, quote unquote sleeper, as we like to call it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you want to, feel free to subscribe to our channel. And if you want to as well, you can follow us on Instagram. And yeah. Oh, and don't forget to check out the store. Buy our hats, buy our stickers, or buy our shirts. Because, you know, we appreciate all you guys' support. And, you know, if you can, you know, help us in a way where we can keep pumping out good videos, good content for you guys, then, you know, it'll be literally our dream come true to make you guys happy. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video.